Hello everyone and welcome back to Joondalup. It is gold medal time in the fours competition. The players are just completing their roll-ups. That's why you don't have a picture yet, because they haven't started yet. So it's all good. We're just about to get into it. So there you have the view over the... Just got a couple of little issues on our screen there by the look of it, but there you have the... as we get into it, maybe that's just our local screen that was just holding that picture a little bit, so that's all right. We are ready to rock here. The last few bowls of the roll-up are just being played and we will be into it. So, yep, no issues with, haven't missed any of the action. We're a little bit behind the start time, that's all, and I understand that's where the perhaps some of the uncertainty was coming from. But you've got Clive Adams back with Peter Harris. How are you, mate?
Good evening, sir.
And we have a big gold medal match coming up for the women's fours. New South Wales versus Victoria. Jamie Lee Worsnop, Ellen Faulkner, Ellen Ryan and Karen Murphy. Oh, wow. Bit of a dream team, really. Take on the Victorian combination who we saw earlier today. Claire Sanders, Lorraine Smith, Anne Miles and Kylie Whitehead. So this is going to be a very, very good match, there's no doubt about it. The breeze is still there, so we clearly have not reached late evening yet on the forecast. And just while we're getting ready to get into this, we will be giving a big shout out to Tourism Western Australia. Walking on a dream in Western Australia. Beautiful images there. As well as the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, and the City of Joondalup, where you can experience more in Joondalup town. And we have had a ball over the last fortnight. We've got one day of action left tomorrow as the singles hits. But right now, it's time to award some more gold medals. Our gold medal match, as I mentioned, New South Wales versus Victoria. Our bronze medal match in the women's fours is Queensland versus Western Australia. And in the men's gold medal match, right alongside the rink here, Queensland versus New South Wales. And the bronze, WA versus Victoria. It is cold, if you're wondering, but it's mainly because of the wind. If that wind drops away, which it is forecast to do...
Just looking at our friend at the back of the rink. Don't know what he's doing in shorts and shirt. He's not cold.
What he is doing is freezing, Pete.
That's dedication for you.
Because that is a fair effort.
That's the volunteer dedication you got.
He's even got the official shoes on as well.
Yes.
Now we will have David Kellish von Horn on the rink looking after us from a paddling perspective, so he'll be signalling shots. And just to let you know, it will be New South Wales using the red stickers and Victoria using the blue stickers. There's a lot of blue bowls on the rinks.
Karen's an individual, she's got green,
but
a lot of blue.
Primary bowls for Victoria were the shade of blue, so that's why they've gone with blue. And of course Victoria more associated with blue. I suppose New South Wales is as well.
Don't tell the New South Wales friends that. You are also the blue.
Everyone's blue. Here we go. No time limit. No time limit for finals, so no waiting for any hooters to go or anything like that. We are off, and it is Claire Sanders to get us underway for Victoria. Some of the best bowlers in the world involved in this match, and we are looking forward to a fine display. It is going to be challenging in this direction because
the breeze is still here.
Alright, we've got David to just take a little step to the left there, so, and that gap nice and open for us in the head. And a great shot there from Jamie Lee. Just finds a way off the front of the jack, but a fantastic shot to get the confidence going in this one. And Loreen was pretty solid in the match that we saw earlier, Pete.
She was.
So we expect to see something similar. I'm sure there will be live scoring for all of our matches, Dave. Everything is just starting, so you won't see any scores there yet.
I do see the volunteers sitting beside the boards.
Well, given the fact we had every match in the last round live scored, it would have surprised me if we didn't. So yeah, you can keep an eye on that. And we'll keep you up to date with the scores as they evolve throughout the matches as well. We can see all four rinks very comfortably from where we are.
And again, similar weight as Karen Cold. A really nice home to start the first end.
Ellen Faulkner with those red bowls, superstar in her own right, of course, has made Australia her home over the last few years and working with the Jackaroos, of course, in a key role there. Quite going to get down with that one, but a handy home.
It should have been a handy home.
Wow.
It just kept on going, didn't it?
So still a strong breeze that the players are playing into here. You can see that on some of the clothing. And you can see it is jacket on. If you said this on Monday, we would have said, really?
Yes.
Because it was mid-30s on Monday. You see some people enjoying a walk through the park with their dog in the background. Well, based on the last one, this should have some getting down to do. Well, it certainly does now.
Yes. So that's a nice second.
It's going to be interesting to see with the experience we've got on this green how they choose to go about these conditions. You know, you're not going to find a more experienced player than Karen Murphy. So it'll be interesting to see the style of game that she chooses to play. I mean, we saw a very deliberate tactic last night with Claire and Lindsay in the pairs, opting to play a very long length throughout the match. Kylie Whitehead looking up here on the back end. Now, is this going to drop down to the jack? It's close, just on the outside. And again, another sort of handy finishing
it's
position
in the game.
Now Karen, as the breeze kicks up again,
She's got a better line than most here, so...
Does that mean a little bit more weight from Kylie up there to try and land that bowl now? Looks like a bit more weight. Now, doesn't want her own on the wrong angle. Well, that's all right.
She didn't really have any more weight.
So, one to New South Wales, with this the last bowl of the end to be played, in the hands of the great Karen Murphy.
Having interest.
This is close. Is it round the front? It is. What a great shot that is. Oh, super stuff. And that's in the difficult direction. So that is 2 shots to New South Wales to get us scoring. And we've got Joe Whitehead saying, go the Vicks. And plenty of people talking about the cold.
We're tough, we can handle it. It's always a mixed bag in WA in October.
Rob Jeffrey asking, have you caught up with Sticks yet? Absolutely. And Tristan's been here for quite some time, actually, over the last couple of weeks. And he'll be in action again tomorrow. Playing for the singles title. Well, WA has started in nice style against Queensland in the bronze medal match, Pete. 5 shots to 0, first end. That is in the bronze medal match for the women.
Women, yeah.
WA featuring in both bronze medal matches. And New South Wales featuring in both gold medal matches. Victoria in one of each. And Queensland in one of each.
Just getting caught out there with the wind behind them.
Michael with a bit of clarification there. He says, go the Blues. New South Wales, that is, not the Bulls. I made the same mistake earlier on.
Yeah, I think you might have heard your mistake and just piled on.
Emma Simmons says, very different weather to Monday. Yes. Lucas Protopappas, torn.
Yes.
He is a proud Victorian, but I think Karen Murphy is his favourite person in the world.
In the world?
I think so. Alright, so as the players find their range here.
Yeah, we have a scratchy start downwind.
We will clarify this is a different rink to the rink that Victoria played on earlier in the day. We have moved rinks, so we're on rink 1, which is the same rink that we covered this afternoon, but not that round 2 match was on rink 2. Ellen Faulkner. Looking to draw round the front and back to the jack. Just going to carry past. Can Lorraine add another one in here?
Yeah, Lorraine, turn her own. Also slide past it would be the ultimate.
Still a wonderful hard worker in the sport is Lorraine. Many people will recognise her from her ITO work as well.
It's got to settle.
Ellen Ryan.
She's climbing around it.
Oh, that's a great effort.
Just that late turn that they're getting on that hand as the pace comes off. Even though the breeze is there, still turning.
Well, it'll come home. There is no doubt about that. Look at that.
It's a really good shot.
What a shot from Anne. And Miles. Feels like her bowls have certainly been turning. We noticed that in the previous match. Yep. Turning perhaps a little bit more than some of the others. Even though we do have 6 sets of Hanselite XGs out there.
This will be in the delivery.
Three players using XGs in each team. Ellen Faulkner, Ellen Ryan, Karen Murphy, Claire Sanders and Miles Kylie Whitehead.
Slide off the front.
Ooh.
No.
And then we've got 2 Taylor users, Jamie Lee Worsnop with the Taylor SR and Lorene Smith using Taylor SRV. Well, Anne's on a slightly tighter line this time.
It's looking to come underneath this time.
Now, let's see how far this goes. It's going to count. That's well played. And not a bad angle.
No, she didn't fatten that up at all. It's interesting to see what Karen plays here.
So 3 shots is the signal from Dave, our paddler.
Is she on the backhand drawing? Tempted to use weight. So just drawing, and after her last bowl, last end.
Who could blame her?
Probably a good option.
Yes. Not quite going to get there. So an opportunity looming for Victoria. Kylie needs to climb around the front here, not going to. Don't know that she'll do any damage here, but it's going to drop away. Karen falling in behind this.
So can she get... So holding is required.
Good work from Mitch there to give us a look at that. Ellen had jumped in on the line there to see how it was looking.
You'd think Ellen would know better.
Can't blame the players for jumping in there occasionally. I'm sure they forget about the cameras once the game's underway. Kylie out in a big wide line. That one won't get back to count, so it looks like it's going to be 2. Don't think that third one's going to be of any interest once they have a look. So 2 it is, and Victoria square it back away. And we're 2 shots apiece after the first 2 ends of the match. 15 ends is the journey here. Dead ends remain dead, and we have no time limit. As Dave looks like he's enjoying himself out there.
He's tacking into the breeze.
Yeah.
Let's go at a bit of an angle rather than trying straight up. Fairly short end here. That's a great start. Claire Sanders.
WA now leading 8-0 in the women's bronze medal match.
That's a quick start.
And in the gold medal match for the men, Queensland have scored 1 on the first end, and WA have scored 1 in the bronze medal match.
That just
What a
held
wow.
and held and held. That didn't do much at all.
Wow, the wind just got onto that and just held it all the way down the line. All depends on when the wind hits you and what angle your bowl is at.
That was perfect.
That was not an issue with the green. That was all wind.
She's trying it again.
Yeah, the danger with this.
Yeah, it's not working so much this time. The wind did drop a little bit.
Yep.
And it goes. Lorraine is pushing through a little bit here, making tongue contact. No, sliding underneath.
Ellen will be working up to the bowl that's just past Jack High. It's got down to a whitish line, but anything past is useful. Not quite far enough to really be useful though there.
He said anything past.
Sorry, Pete. Very critical.
Unfortunately lost the weight.
Yeah, we'll keep you up to date as all the other matches progress. So we've had a second end played. I'm just waiting for a look at the scoreboard. I know Queensland scored, so Queensland are definitely leading over New South Wales in the gold medal match for the men. Alan with a nice correction there. Just building.
Yeah, he just built the head of the look of it. It's calling. Hand. She was looking forehand, which is interesting. Interesting decision here with that bowl. Ellen's bowl still over a foot in front. It's not next to it.
Well, that's not a good result.
No.
That is now 3 to New South Wales. Different times of year we get different winds here, but it isn't unusual, particularly afternoons, for it to be breezy here in WA. Certainly in the Perth metro area.
Always breezy, but we've had it's been pretty consistently strong. Usually we'd get a lull by now.
Well, we certainly did on Tuesday night.
Yes.
It really died away completely Tuesday night, yet last night it powered on through.
But October's a little bit like that. It's not consistent October.
But certainly that sea breeze through summer is pretty reliable.
Yep,
we get that most days.
So now they're on the backhand. It's just going to run out of the head now, so...
It's a really difficult setup for Victoria here to really get at. Ellen will look to add another one here, but doesn't really want to land Jack High. It's happy for this to drop under and count, but it's not quite got the pace to do so. Jerry has indicated we are right on the coast, so as I say, just
it is what it is, really.
A short distance from the beach. And yeah, the conditions are what they are. You've just got to deal with them and work through them as best you can. It was another 1 to Queensland in the men's gold medal match, so they lead 2-0 after 2 ends.
So see what Kylie's doing here. Is she looking to make contact?
Well, I think she was. She just got out on a wide line.
Yeah,
there.
it's a difficult one. By doing that and not connecting, she's leaving Karen a lot of room to add to possibly 3 already. This looks like it'll be number 4.
Certainly is. Another great shot from Karen. But
And a hole left, so it's still only a 1-bowl target.
She's narrowed the line here. This is dangerous. This is going to want to get away.
Lost the weight. Well, had more
Both.
draw weight.
Bit of both, yeah.
Don't think that's cut anything out.
Well, huge opportunity for New South Wales. Karen Murphy, slightly tighter line than her last, but nothing to worry about. It's going to be another great shot.
A bit of jack around her too. So 4 to 5.
Yeah, 4 removed already, and Ellen going to grab the measure out and check for a 5th. It does feel like the team that plays into the wind best is probably going to prevail here. And that is confirmed. 5 shots. 5 shots to New South Wales. They lead at 7 shots to 2 after 3 ends.
The other ladies' game, the bronze medal, WA 8, Queensland 3.
Yeah, so they've jumped out of the blocks there in terms of scoring. 11 shots in 3 ends.
3 ends. They did that this morning too, and I think it was 12-4 after 6. Was it 12-4 after 4?
Vic WA, the bronze medal men's match, might have already had a dead end, I reckon, because WA have just got the 1-0 advantage after 1 end. Yes, and they've only got about 3 bowls played in that end as they're playing, so I'd say there's been a dead end over there already. And a handy start there from Jamie Lee.
And a nice reply too from Claire. Just over a foot behind.
Well, they're 2 nice openers from Jamie Lee. She would have loved that to roll another foot or so, but certainly in the game.
Closer shot. David's not giving us anything at the moment. Still a good shot here. Change of hand. Runs through another foot or so.
David's trying to find out from the 2 skippers who's got shot so he can make an indication, and they're a bit non-committal to him.
He's gone blue.
He's certainly gone blue. It's cold. It's not that cold.
No. Did hold
Great shot from Ellen Faulkner there.
Blue popsicle stick. It could be real popsicles, they wouldn't melt. So Ellen with the typical English action.
Just falls off the front. Will do enough to count from Karen's reaction.
So we'll.
So just important now, having dropped that 5, it's how you bounce back after dropping a 5 that determines whether it really does any damage. If you can win the next end, you dilute the damage.
I don't think that's made any difference. So still be.
You can see Karen already thinking about what happens if the jack moves here. So Ellen's job now is just to get past on the backhand side and get amongst those Victorian bowls that are waiting for a trail. Now I don't know whether this quite got enough on it to do it.
All of her coming, so it's not a problem.
Let's close down the trail slightly as well. Although, based on what we've seen from Anne, her bowls will be getting back around that without too much trouble. We will just refresh that scoreboard for you.
It's not going to hang, is it?
Well, we were talking about how that bowl just made it that trickier. I mean, it was probably that was dropping under the line for the jack anyway, but
well, I just got half the red one if it was still there.
Yeah.
Instead of the whole of the blue.
There you go. Scoreboard refreshed. And this is at least going to help at the back for New South Wales.
So New South currently holding 3. So the weight was good here. It just needs a little bit more line for Man.
Well, it's going to drop under.
I don't think she's got it.
So, Pete, any temptation to play weight on the backhand through all of those red disc bowls? I just wonder whether there's a chance to almost get all of them. Even down onto the blue bowl on the line, perhaps gets the purple bowl. Sorry, the blue disc bowl on the line, potentially gets 2 of them out of there.
Yeah, depends how hard you hit it. The blue one with
might
the
jam.
Red disc might jam in there unless you hit it really hard. Certainly worth consideration, but the shot ball is still sitting there to be sat as well.
Karen Murphy just crashes. Well, it now makes that target a bit wider if it's tempting.
You don't necessarily want to get a quarter of the purple bowl and get that moving right out, and the other ones don't really move very much.
Yeah.
Which is possible. So just a nice confident draw on this forehand is what Kylie will be trying, I think. Sit down there for second, sit the shot bowl for shot. A bit too confident. It's gone on through about 5 feet.
Well, they're cheering this one home. Is this clearing the front? It did.
Yes.
Well, that is outstanding.
This is really important from Kylie now.
This is a tough shot. Get that the shot's on. This is a tough way to play it. And Kylie come up with the goods here.
Well, it's a tighter line.
Oh, this is well pointed. How much pace has it got? Because this is really close,
shot.
Pete.
This is a great shot. She might.
What a shot! Wow, that is brilliant stuff from Kylie Whitehead. Turns 4 down into 2 up.
2 up, we think.
I thought it was a chance. I thought it was a chance for 3, but 2 it was. What a great shot! 7-4 the advantage to New South Wales after 4 ends have been played. Still 2-0 to Queensland in the men's fours gold medal match. So maybe we've lost an end there to a kill. And Pete, have you got the bronze medal women's game there? Can you just see that one?
Queensland 4.
WA 8.
WA 8 after 4 ends.
And the WA Vic scoreboard is just out of our reach at the moment.
That's still 0-1 after 1.
Okay.
It's just about to be updated, but...
And it looks like Victoria have won that end over there. So they'll get their score moving in that bronze medal match for the men. Great start here.
Great start from Claire.
Claire with a brilliant start. Yep.
Claire Sanders.
Plenty of love coming through for that shot from Kylie. Of course, don't forget one more day of action from the Nationals 2023 tomorrow when the singles players hit the turf. Another great shot here from Claire. Look at this. Going to get a little touch of the jack. Brilliant stuff. That is into the wind. We haven't seen a lot of that into the wind all day. And what we definitely haven't seen is that grouping of 2 bowls. We've seen one get there.
Yes.
And Jamie Lee. Yeah, Jamie Lee's done a... Look at this coming home. Jamie Lee's done a pretty good job herself there, but finds herself 2 down. Honestly, Pete, I'm very happy I'm sitting here because it looks so difficult out there.
Even just keeping the fingers warm is an important thing that you have to be doing.
So you got some sort of feel.
When you do actually put it down.
Even Mitch gave a knowing nod there with his camera controls. Look at this from Alan Faulkner. Well, that is outstanding. Those 3 bowls. Those 4 bowls all huddled around the jack, but still...
Yeah, don't try and be brave and tough. Get your fingers in the pockets and keep them warm, because it's hard to play with iced fingers.
Well, this will be swooping home late. Up there looking to get a little movement on jack, but it was a fantastic effort, perfect weight for it.
Another good spot. So we're looking for a bit of turn here, even though they got shot. Just sliding in with, again, confident draw. Metre pass, we're looking for L here. Tough shot, but not far away. Has she got the weight?
That's a great look.
Yeah. It's made life difficult for Victoria.
I'm just looking at the... Lorraine looks frozen there. The silly thing is, if the wind does die away, you know, it's actually not that cold if the wind dies away. It's just that wind chill that we're getting.
Still got that Joondalup up. Don't know what he's doing up there. He can't move.
Yeah.
Board marker.
Tell you what,
this is a great shot. This is a great home.
Sits on the outside of that, perfect.
It's a perfect home.
5 ends gone.
There
he is. Yeah.
My goodness.
5 ends gone in the women's bronze medal match. That's 8 all. Incredible. 3-1 lead to Victoria over WA in the men's bronze medal match. As
a lot more weight here.
Looks for more weight. Just clip the front. Whoa.
Clip that one through. So it doesn't count, so it's still 2.
Dave Von Horn there. Dave Killish Von Horn.
Crowded out, yes.
No, well, in the ITOs in a team game will try and stand behind team members just so they don't create any more traffic down there.
I think he's just asked the question.
That's the remit for them.
There's not a lot Kylie can do here to change this up. She can't really trail the jack. She can't. So she could turn her own over, but so she probably go for a bit of cover because I don't think she can do a lot else. Can't be able to draw one around the front red on the backhand here. Maybe that's. I don't think she played that with a lot of confidence.
Rinska letting us know there's not much breeze in double view.
Thanks, Rinska.
And Frank says it's cold and windy like where he is in Namibia watching.
Is it?
Okay. Well, look at this coming home. Jack pops out to the side. So Karen Murphy, great shot. Mental toughness in these conditions really does come into it. I'm pretty sure that's something that Karen would pride herself on, is her mental toughness.
Definitely. Interesting. Forehand runner.
$4-0 now to Queensland over New South Wales in the men's gold medal match after 3 ends have been completed there.
It's an interesting call. Forehand runner. Whether she can get under there and get the red one out clean, or it's just going to move the jack is the problem.
It was a fantastic effort.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if she could have done any better than that.
Yeah, that's the
problem.
That's the issue.
She couldn't get any more weight doing that. Maybe she could use their bowls to get more weight.
Karen can play with confidence here. Any sort of squeeze of the jack further out to the side only gives New South Wales a chance at more shots. But that's underdone. So
Off that.
One more on the board to New South Wales, courtesy of a great conversion by Karen Murphy, and it's an 8-4 lead after 5 ends.
It's now a 5-1 lead to Victoria after 3 ends in the men's bronze. to a 4-0 lead to Queensland over New South Wales in the men's gold. A really good start there from Jamie Lee.
Looking across the green to see how many players have relented and gone away from the shorts or and gone to the longer pants. Still plenty out there braving it in the shorter lengths.
My theory would be if they haven't gone to the pants, they don't have any. That's my theory.
Another great shot here, Jamie Lee. Another fantastic lead bowl there from Jamie Lee. Can Claire find that extra little bit of weight on her first? She's definitely got a bit more.
A little bit more. How much more?
Well, it's enough to be in the zone.
Certainly useful. Second shot.
It's going to trickle by into a nice little home there for Ellen Faulkner.
She's playing that second roll pretty well, just sliding by, not with too much weight, but just giving herself that chance, but also staying in the head.
So much experience at the highest level, knows the role, and executing beautifully. Thank you, Vicky Eva, enjoying the coverage. Surprised not to see Vicky out here doing some paddling or...
well, no, she's much more sensible than that. I'm sure we'll see her again.
Another one of our star ITOs. Incredibly passionate about the sport too.
Obviously a big day for them tomorrow with the marking duties and things of singles. So there'll be a few of them around giving up their time tomorrow.
Els has done it again here. Karen urging it to get right down to the front of the jack, and it's done that. Just closes down that hand. The easier path right to the jack is now covered. Now it takes some perfection from Lorraine Smith to get in here. So Ellen just asking Karen to give her a bit of a guide out at Jack High. Something you probably see more in the women's game than you do in the men's game.
Certainly.
Such obviously missed the weather forecast.
He definitely wouldn't have any pants.
Well, this is a fair effort here from Anne.
Yes.
Just getting all the way around to the jack, perhaps. Wow. Just missed the jack and missed any real reward. Fantastic effort.
Coming down on a pretty good angle here.
Oh, this is a very good bowl.
Just got to run it out.
Well, I'd like to see the Victorians play with a little bit of weight through this now. Up through that red bowl of Ellen Faulkner. Push it up onto jack and get some jack movement. Kylie Whitehead considering options.
Yeah. Giving a good long think about this one.
I just don't think there's a lot of reward trying to play forehand through the blue disc bowl. I mean, get that perfect and it's a great result, but don't get it perfect, you get nothing. There's the call.
Certainly looking for that, keep the weight. So we're only talking only about 2 feet. Probably like a bit more to get something turning.
If you're pushing the bowl to jack, you want to be moving the jack a metre or so, really get it moving. So
she adds a bit, or just
from a natural sort of...
Natural, yeah. I was only drawing last time. Kind of... Well, I've got a bit of weight there.
Just going to hold on the outside.
She did give it the extra weight.
In cricket terms, they call it natural variation these days, Pete.
Ah, okay.
Bugs me a little bit, that term.
Which bit? The variation or the natural?
Well, natural variation is what the inability to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah, okay. So if you pride in yourself on being able to do the same thing every time,
yeah,
you've got no natural variation. Bit like this lady, she wouldn't have a lot of natural variation.
No. Well, this is beautifully pointed. Just needs to have the run to count, and it does.
Changes the angle as well of that red one.
This needs to be a hit hard.
Yeah.
Mix these up a bit. Open up some draw lines. An angle off the edge of the blue down to Alan Faulkner's bowl that can still get it to jack.
So he needs to open it up somehow. Not a lot. Little enough if she makes the right contact.
Wow.
Well,
that has
it's an A grade.
Massively. Wow. That has fallen back for shot. Karen Murphy will be hunting.
Said it was enough if she got exactly the right angles, and
did.
That's what happened.
Karen Murphy will be hunting here. Underneath, looking to sit that bowl out of there on the backhand. That is deep.
Yeah, that's higher than what she needs to be.
I get the feeling there might be a temptation to take one here.
Well, it's a high draw, high draw on the forehand. Weight's good.
This is a fantastic effort. Little edge and roll around.
Fall back.
Not quite. I don't think that'll count, although... No, just the one. So, a great shot from Kylie Whitehead, and probably not quite the weight we expected her to have, but she got the result. Can't argue with that.
Minimal weight.
Just work down through that little gap that was there. And got the perfect result. 8-5. A 3-shot lead to New South Wales after 6 ends. Now let's have a look across the boards. We've got a good look at them, Pete. So 5-0 lead to Queensland over New South Wales in the men's gold medal match. That's after 4 ends have been completed there. And in the bronze medal matches, WA in the women's bronze match.
Cricket game still going good.
Still going. 11 shots to 8 after 6 ends. So they're going at more than 3 an end across that match. And slightly more subdued match in the men's bronze medal. 5-1 after 3 in favour of Victoria over WA.
this breeze. Just got to run it out. It's around the 4 feet short mark. Clear road.
What a shot. What a shot.
A very good shot there.
Brilliantly played.
Claire Sanders is leading quite well.
Decent reply from Jamie Lee. Wow.
Sliding around. One turn, half a turn. No.
Pam Chalmers saying it looks like deep fried Mars bars weather. At least next to the deep fryer it'll be warm.
Yeah. Yes.
Should add that the clear skies actually don't help with a cooler night. A little bit of cloud cover generally keeps a little bit of the warmth in, but because we've had such clear skies, it does often mean a crisper, cooler evening.
It's not arriving, so getting a little bit blocked out at the moment.
So again, looking for this disciplined seconds wait from Ellen Faulkner that she's played so well throughout the match. There it is. The call from Karen Murphy was, even if you get past, it's still useful. WA women have scored again, 13-8 now, after 7 ends against Queensland. As I say that, there's a correction going onto that scoreboard, I think.
Might have been 2 the other way.
It was the other way. So it's actually 11-10. My apologies, that was just a change back to that scoreboard.
Too efficient.
Happy to admit when I make a mistake, but that one wasn't mine.
It's a nice third. We'll just make Karen play properly. She won't be able to take too many chances at the moment.
Well, she's asked Ellen to work up, looking for some contact here. Still chances here. Just drops across. So Ellen was trying to shape a line to the red disc bowl of Jamie Lee Worsnop there. Maybe just to roll out the Victorian bowl. Now in the search for a slightly better line goes just around the other side. So not a lot of really good angles for Karen Murphy to work with here. Blue bowl up onto the jack isn't a great result.
Yeah, I think she's be sticking with the shot she's got, even if she's, well, even there are chances off Ellen Faulkner's bowl.
As you see that blue bowl, that's the shot bowl at the moment, that pushes onto jack, that's only going out towards the Victorian bowls.
There's a fine line on that forehand. Too much weight, just won't get back. Too little weight, she's going to crash into the front. So what's Kylie just going to place them around, do you think? Just still drawable there. It's tough to draw another one.
Yeah, well, this is one of those ones where the temptation might be to play the bump it yourself, but that only gives, well, what have we got here? The ledge. Well, that probably closes it down even more. Does it give Karen something to work off?
It gives her a little shelf.
I think the fact that if it had gone one more, it probably would have. Well, yeah, Karen will take any opportunity here because there wasn't much of an angle for her. This is going to be too wide. Now, does that land in amongst? Well, it does land in a good home. Maybe brings that backhand shot into play.
Yeah, with enough weight.
Kylie's just going to be on the outside of it. Albeit a great effort.
Yeah, very good effort, but...
yeah, no interest in changing hands here. Karen saying just going to keep that weight and try and tighten it up. Don't think she has tightened it up though.
No.
Just a hard line to shape. That will be 1-2 Victoria. They have now grabbed a couple of ones in a row, and it is an 8-6 lead after 7 ends to New South Wales. Most scores on other boards remain as they were with our last updates.
Victorian girls clawing their way back in it after dropping that number early. Claire certainly led them away really well.
Yeah, well, of the 7 ends, Victoria's won 4 of them. They still find themselves 2 shots behind as a result of that 5 that New South Wales grabbed on the 3rd end.
Again, it's a really good start here. Just that foot short.
And in this direction of play, Victoria has won every end of the match.
Just lost their line a little bit, but still nice. Still in the head.
Pete, we've had a rather unusual day in the sense that I don't think we've had a dead end.
No. The boys in the second game played a few runners at bowls, but not at jacks necessarily.
Yeah, just unusual to think where this is the 3rd game we've covered. You know, we're halfway through the 3rd game that we've covered, and no jacks have gone out of bounds. Find her way into this as well. Not far away. Needs it to run. It's come up a bit short. It counts at the moment.
It's just a nice slide underneath that, but could be a nuisance.
Could be a nuisance. Could be a guide. It's one of those, isn't it? Ellen just looking to land somewhere here, and will
Just done that well.
bounce right back to the front of the jack. Wow. It launched off that ball.
Again, just that good arriving weight. Gave herself some chances.
Good seconding, as some would say.
We've only got the weight here. Oh, I mean, just... Oh, I didn't quite get the angle.
Oh, she's killed that angle at the front. That is it's unfortunate.
Loved that the white blue ball to fall backwards. That would have given her the perfect angle.
And Ellen finishes off her good work by getting in past with her second bowl. Wants it to get all the way back. Well, it's not a bad angle. Once again, Kylie finds herself standing at the front of the head, wondering what the best way to go about it is.
Yeah, she's been very deliberate, taking her time, not being rushed. So this shot is more about setting up for the real shot.
Yeah.
I'm sure if it gets to the shot bowl and moves the jack, that's fine, but just laying her own over just to open it up a bit. Well, that's not wasted.
Karen just studying the angles here, and Karen's actually said to Ellen, well, there you go, you've got a great view of it there, get right back.
Right back, yeah. She's so that's more of, we're in a pretty good position here, and if you try and get another one, you could actually open it up for them.
It's about protecting what you've got.
The setup is actually pretty good at the moment, even though we only have one.
Yep.
So you don't have to score 3, 4, 5 every end.
Tell you what, this is closer. This is closer to opening some things up.
Oh,
That's a really good bowl.
Yeah, that's much better.
Those two bowls at the front there needed to be moved to give Kylie an opportunity. What it also does is it gets Karen Murphy thinking a little bit again, what do I need to do rather than just protecting? Now I've got to get in there again, and in doing that, maybe it widens the target. Just finds its way through to the back. So at least 3 seconds, but potentially 4 or 5 seconds for Victoria at the moment.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Knowing what the back is, the jack, a metre 6 feet down the line is actually no good for her.
So is it big weight?
It's either big weight or no weight.
Yeah, yep.
Big weight or just trying to just turn it once. Get a touch of that jack.
Well, from what we've seen so far, it wouldn't surprise us to see her just up there trying to turn that jack around the corner, or a little nudge.
Now she'll play the opposite.
More nice words for Mitch and his camera operating.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's a great effort.
Has she got to the jack here? Wow, what a fantastic effort.
Great shot.
I thought that was getting to jack.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic shot. Even the bowl just rolling up would have helped her.
Yep.
Karen Murphy now in reply is not far away either.
Say easy, yeah.
Just bumps it.
Bumps it, and still probably only the one.
Yes, but there's a...
Now there's an opportunity. Same bowl.
That red bowl goes straight out now. And the jack goes round the corner.
Yeah, I think, as we've seen, jack around the corner will be their option. And straight to the pockets.
This is just
Too
outside.
high.
Perfectly weighted.
Didn't do much wrong.
I think from hearing the conversation, I think Karen is going to try and draw round the front bowl now.
If she gets back, that's terrific. If she doesn't, no, well then they've got one. Could be a long game the next door in the boys because they've killed another end.
Okay. WA have scored again in the women's bronze medal match, Pete. They've scored another 4.
She's not around it. Did they?
Yes. Yeah.
15 now.
I don't know whether they've got power plays on over there, but it is 1-2 New South Wales, and they lead it 9 shots to 6. And just remember, that is actually the first end in that direction that New South Wales has won for the match. But yes, 15-10 now the lead to WA over Queensland in the bronze medal women's match. That's after 8 ends, so there's 25 shots scored in 8 ends.
So what are they saying about Mitch in the comments? Camera work?
John Bowles has said whoever is operating the cameras for the live streaming is doing an excellent job. Well done.
Well done. Still no pay rise, but that's okay. He's being paid in love. So a bit longer this time into the breeze. Karen's gone. It's first opportunity, as he said, for them to dictate the length going into the breeze.
So we've played 4 ends in each direction. Of the 4 ends in this direction, New South Wales have won 3 of them. So perhaps going with the last bowl can have an impact on that as well.
Can. So as we said, a little bit longer. Just throw Claire's first one out a little bit. Good shot here, Jamie Lee. Sliding past.
I will say it hasn't been an obvious drop in pace in the green.
No, don't think so.
It no doubt has slowed down a little from during the day, but there hasn't been that obvious, bowls just coming to a screeching halt.
No, there seems to be still a bit of turn as they're coming to a rest, like this one. They're not dying on the turn.
Very nicely played from Claire. Tell you what,
it's really close here.
Just turned its head when she didn't need it to. Just had to run slightly straighter for a little bit longer. That would be on the jack. Lorraine in the area as well.
Really good shot.
It is a great shot. It does give a little bit of a landing zone now, doesn't it? And Ellen, expert at this, would not expect her to be far away. Does need it to hold.
It's got to hold a long way here.
It's doing the job. Little edge. and finds the gap.
So, but again, although it didn't work, but playing the percentages, there was nothing for wide.
No.
She was just set on that slightly tighter line. So, played the percentages really well. Doesn't always work out. And again, very good. Little
go big on the forehand, I think, is the call here.
Looking for that jack.
Chance to get all three bowls as well. Ellen Ryan, the famous Ellen Ryan drive goes through the gap.
Wow.
Ooh. Of course, we saw that shot claim a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games just over 12 months ago for Ellen and our very own Christina Christie. Not to be this time, but I reckon I'll be winding up again.
She might get another opportunity. This one's going back. I don't think that'll change Karen's
looking for
call.
the jack or the edge off the front blue there, which could get them all. Interesting where that bowl's landed, because that could go as well if she gets the jack.
Oh, hasn't got the other hole, has he? No, just got one of them.
One bowl gone. That makes things interesting, because I'll be interested to see what shot Karen chooses to play now, because Ant's still got a bowl up her sleeve here.
Got a little bit of wind movement. Oh, should be disappointed with that. Plenty of opportunities to add another one there, just to put the pressure on. But
do you get the feeling Karen will still go for the two bowls or the jack?
Well, they've still got 3/3. But
there's choices now for Karen. She can hunt up there, or she can play bigger weight still.
She may play less. She's capable of any shot, so
she'll give us an indication of how Karen's feeling about the conditions. Because I think if it's full-blooded weight, she's looking for the easiest method. She's lining up backhand.
Okay, she's trying to draw a shot, or just a yard underneath the front one.
Under for second shot. They're actually checking to see if they've got shot.
I was just looking at David, but he's not giving any indication at the moment. Well, no. Depending on what Kylie plays, you would expect she's playing underneath as well to sit the green.
Well, I know camera angles can be deceiving, but surely there's no way that bowl of Karen Murphy's is shot.
Well, this bowl may tell. She's got some weight on this. No, she doesn't. My apologies.
Your judgment of weight, Pete.
I lose it in the TV. We've got a big TV in front of us and I lose sight of it, and then I make an early call. I've got to start making early calls.
That's probably the key.
Got to wait for it to get the other side of the TV and then I can have another look. Goes in with weight, comes out with nothing.
Well, it's made Karen's decision just a little trickier again because there's now bowls in the way. I think she's going to try and get round the front on the forehand based on that arm movement and try and just rock her own bowl in. Very tight affair in the men's gold medal match next door. Now, what has Karen done here? I tell you what, if that clears that bowl, she didn't need the little edge. I'm not quite sure she had the weight anyway, but didn't need the little edge.
Don't think so.
How keen is Kylie to take on sitting that bowl? She just turns the green bowl out of the head. She can make 4.
And looked like she was encouraging her to do so.
If there's any thought that they're down, it's a very obvious shot to play. This is going to be getting across.
Tight.
Doesn't really want any contact with any of that.
No, leave all that behind.
Well, the measure's coming out, Pete. I'm a bit surprised. Yeah, okay. So it is. Sanity prevails. It is
sanity.
It is 1 to Victoria. Well, there's no way that looked like Karen Murphy's bowl was shot. So I'd have been stunned if that was the case. 9-7 the lead to New South Wales over Victoria after 9.
(5-2) to Queensland in the men's gold medal after 6 ends. The other 2, I can't see them.
Well, they can't score any shots on that rink because they're all being scored in the bronze medal match next door. Yeah, we'll give you the update in the bronze medal matches shortly. There's a few people a bit busy at that end at the moment, so we'll get to those scoreboards for you shortly. Okay, so it's a 6-3 lead to Victoria over WA in the men's bronze medal match.
Only 5 ends played.
Yeah, and WA is in front in the women's bronze medal match. I think it's 15-11, but we'll clarify that for you.
You see all the blankets are coming out. Clear again, just going to slide past this time. There
you go, Scotty.
It's all wrapped up. Bug and a rug.
Jamie Lee.
Encouragement from
Jamie Lee, business-like as usual. I think it'll be a far cry from Jamie Lee and Ellen were at Rottnest with Christina just a couple of days ago.
That's right here. The rain.
Fairly different conditions here than lying on the beach at Rottnest.
Yes.
I asked them how the trip over was. They said it was nice. The trip back was a wee bit choppy.
A bit rough.
Great shot from Ellen Faulkner. That's good enough for number 1. Slightly surprised to see Victoria stay on the backhand side there. Ellen's bowl sort of gave them a bit of a landing zone on the forehand.
Yep.
I expect Ellen to be far away again here. Well,
good.
Great bowls. And falls over. That will do for 2.
Bit of a landing zone, no matter which way you go here.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Draw with confidence. Just put it on the right line.
And well capable of these types of shots. She's got it in the area. Just needs it to hang on now. And it won't. Good weight for it. I don't blame her for having that sort of weight. Land a bowl with that weight, it's going to stick around.
Similar weight is okay with a wider line.
It is a wider line. It's still going to get away though. Wow. Well, it was about a bowl and a half wider line. Well, that is now a little vulnerable because a little nudge of the jack or a little sit of the bowl could be a big result for New South Wales. Where's this going?
Oh, she's probably sat the one out, so it might only be one.
But that Victorian blue disc bowl's looking a little lonely at the moment.
2 to New South Wales, and they're both sitting there, so just a little good thing to draw inside of on the backhand.
Kylie's concern at the moment is not necessarily getting shot, it's getting another one around the place.
It's going as well, but won't stay in the head, I don't think.
It doesn't really help, it's probably just gone too far sideways to help. Karen Murphy with a chance to just get a little edge of the jack or get to that bowl, whichever one she chooses.
Chosen the jack by the look of that
In the area. Looking for it to get to the jack. Well, it's a very good bowl, but the bowl will now be the target for Karen because she can't trail the jack. She can get a little sideways touch, which wouldn't hurt. Well, Kylie wants this to stop any time on that side. Just falling down to one of those blues. On the blue bowls, I meant. They are red disc.
It doesn't make the purple one worth too much anymore, but still 3 down.
I don't know about that, Pete. I think if Karen got to that purple bowl and turned it out, that might be as many as 6.
No.
And stayed?
No.
Well, it's at least 5.
Yeah, I'll give you 5. I'm not giving you that Ellen bowl on the end, on the left-hand side.
I'll measure it.
I wouldn't bother.
I don't think Karen's bothering to try and set the bowl anyway. Especially given the fact she just played a fantastic draw shot up here. And that has made it So, 1, 2, 3 removed already. I wonder if we can get Els just to check those other 2 for us, but no.
Wouldn't bother.
So it is 3. Yes, 3 confirmed to New South Wales, and a 12-7 lead now after 10 ends have been played. So 5 ends to play to get to our gold medalists here in our women's final. The women's bronze medal match is a 16-11 lead to WA over Queensland after the same 10 ends have been played. The men's bronze medal match is a 7-3 lead to Victoria over WA after 6, and we'll give you the men's gold medal match in just a moment. 5-2 still on that board, so that match is moving rather slowly.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Jamie Lee with a solid starter once more.
Nice reply from Claire.
Certainly, Claire's been solid. Both leads have played their role well.
Have?
Pete? Jamie Lee.
I think late evenings, yep.
Well, I was looking at that. It's still there, that breeze, but it's certainly not quite got the gusto that it had earlier. Just about to tick over to 8 p.m. WA time.
Looking with a little bit of weight, sitting the bowl. She's just the wrong side of it. But another bowl in the head. She's been seriously consistent with bowls in the head. We're just going to slide on the outside as she comes into view. Good home.
Certainly is. The fact that it just did poke its head round the corner right at the end just makes it a better home. Well, that bowl not quite getting back either. Perfect weight. Five-shot advantage to New South Wales, 5 ends to play.
Sliding under, making contact, that certainly helps. Not sure it counts. Again, just too high.
Well, that's a
It's
great
shot
ball.
here.
What a shot. Just
It makes two.
find its way through that little gap there and hides away. Brilliantly played. Victoria, they need a score here, don't they? I mean, 5 down with 5 to play. It's nothing to get too worried about. But
No, you don't want it to balloon out like 7 or 8 with only 3 or 4 to play. So Karen will be looking to beat the jack high, fall off the jack high, beat the jack high.
Good work from Mitch there. Ellen's making Mitch work
Yes,
hard here.
Ellen
She's
has
getting
been
on
the
that
worst.
centre line a lot.
The most experienced TV person we got.
Yeah. Well, this is on a similar path to Anne. It's found its way in there as well. Now, I don't think it's quite gone far enough.
Hasn't
So
counted. Still 2. But Karen may just...
a little window there, isn't there?
Yeah, may just hunt for that jack just a little bit. She won't go crazy, but maybe just a little bit.
So just that little window in the front there between the purple and the blue bowl, looking for jack, is a potential option here. Still no decision made. Well, it's a key bowl, really. It's a key bowl in the match.
So what was her decision?
Looks
Didn't
like
give a lot away. It's
definitely
forehand.
forehand. So
Is she drawing underneath her own, or is she just attacking a little bit? Looks more like a draw underneath her own.
getting down now. And found her own bowl to get right back down to the jack.
That's very well played.
Now it's Kylie got a clear look at that from the other end. Well, there's...
Probably only got 1 second, but...
Well, that forehand window might be used yet. Because that looks like Kylie's shot. Get down there and see if you can find the edge of Karen Murphy's previous bowl. Is it going to get down? It's trying, but it's not going to. So it'll be one more to New South Wales, and they lead at 13 shots to 7, so that is now a 6-shot lead with 4 ends to play, and that gives us a 1.5 ratio there required, and that is when it starts to get a little tricky. It starts to get difficult. If it blows out to 2 an end, that's when it's very, very, very difficult.
So all the boards available to us.
Yeah.
Boys.
8 shots scored in 7 ends, Pete. There.
Yeah, in the men's gold medal games. 5-3 to Queensland over New South. And the girls, or the ladies, bronze medal. WA 17, Queensland 11 after 11. Scoring rate has slowed down a little bit. And in the men's bronze medal, Victoria 8, WA 3, and on 7 ends. So the boys are both 4 ends behind the ladies' games. So that's quite a distance.
It is.
It's like, oh geez, that's like half an hour.
Yes.
After, at this stage.
Well, I think New South Wales might have just hit the lead in the men's gold medal match, Pete, because I think they just picked up 3, which in that match is huge.
Yeah.
Yes. 6-5 lead to New South Wales now after 8 ends there against Queensland. So that tells us they are 3 clear ends behind in terms of completing the match. No time limits.
No, they've got plenty of time. They've had at least 1 dead end each. The 2 men's matches might even had 2. Claire found a way. It was, probably is her worst end she's nearly had, but she found a way to pump one of her own up. Last ball will be shot. 2.5 feet through. Marina's got a good line here. Will she pull up? Again, Ellen with that really good seconds weight, 2 feet through, turned her own up for shot. Going bowl for bowl at this stage in this end. Once again, Lorraine very close. Just another second.
Well, a must-win end here for Victoria, isn't it? Got to get the next 2 ends and just put a little scoreboard pressure back on New South Wales here. They're almost to the point, Victoria, where they need to win all the remaining ends.
Very close. Still 1 to New South Wales, even though that ball fell over.
If they drop a single, they then need to score 7 shots in 3 ends to be able to get scores back to level. So
it's tough.
Yeah, so it could be already at the point where Victoria need to win all 4 of these remaining ends to win the match. Great effort again from Anne.
So again, another second.
They just want this to get down, New South Wales, not quite. Interesting setup, because if Victoria want to start chasing that bowl, it's actually New South Wales that have got the back of the rink.
Yeah, it was a dangerous shot.
Mm.
I think they'd much rather a front toucher, but trying to get a front toucher,
not easy.
It's quite difficult.
Not easy.
Okay, look for the bowl call.
Forehand underneath, looking for the bowl though, to try and take the jack out of the equation a little bit.
Yes. As guys said, even moving that front one will open it up just a little bit more.
Gives you a window to the mindset of Kylie at the moment. She knows they need to score. She knows they need to score on this end.
And shows some interest here.
Home bowl coming up.
Got unlucky.
And potentially closed it down a little bit more with that bowl landing right on the line. So
it's one, maybe two. It's close for that second one now.
2 it is, according to... There you go, right on screen. Dave Killish on horn.
He's made the decision, even though Kylie gave a shrug of the shoulders, I'm not sure. I'll say from our angle, it does look like two. She's high anyway, so a little bit of weight. Probably looking to fall in off the wall. Could they play a tight line on either hand, just looking for the inside edge of either the blue or the white red one, and just down onto the jack with a couple of feet?
Yeah, that might be their best option. I mean, the other option is to get one of them out and then worry about the other one. The red bowl of Alan Faulkner there is more inclined to be crashing into other bowls. It's not really lined up to go out clean. That's another issue for them. I think this is a little bit of a searcher to try and develop something. Turn a couple of bowls, see if the angles sit differently.
Inside edge.
Well, she made a shot.
Got a shot out of it.
Oh, now it's Karen Murphy playing a little bit of weight into this to try and set that bowl out.
Same shot. Wider line than Kylie had. Took away the...
How do you get another one in here, Pete? This is tough. How badly do you want more than one, or is one enough?
Yeah, I think it's probably...
Backhand maybe?
Backhand draw around the front, because you've got to hit that blue ball pretty hard. Like, I'd hate to be narrow, because the white red one's ready to flop if you get any kind of weight on that. So is she under it or around it? Just where the trail's good bit.
No, it's definitely around it.
Well, then we won't worry about the trail then.
Yeah, it is definitely around it. I don't think that'll do enough to get back, but that was a safe-ish line, I think. So
great weight.
There'll be one more on the board to the Victorian team. And, well, then, look, they didn't necessarily need a multiple. They definitely needed to score.
Correct.
5 shots the difference, 13-8 the lead to New South Wales with 3 ends to play. And, again, we just look at that and say it's going to have to be all 3 ends for Victoria now. A dropped end here would mean they'd be chasing 6 or 7 off the last 2 ends. So crucial for Victoria to get another end on the board right now.
Scoreboard attendant still looking quite comfortable, I must say.
Bronze medal men's match still 8-3 in favour of Victoria over WA after just 7 ends. That is incredible. That is 5 ends behind where we are here. Admittedly, that's 3 rinks away. It's a fair distance away. We haven't seen how that game has progressed.
It's about to finish this end, so they'll be at least on 8 ends.
Highly likely they've had a few dead ends. So Victoria have decided their length now. It's quite short.
Quite short.
It is long enough, no question about that.
A bit quick.
Beryl asking about how many ends. 15 ends. Same right the way through the tournament.
There was a bit of a score on the men's bronze medal. It's 4 to Victoria, so they're now leading 12-3 on 8. So they're opening up a bit of a margin over WA.
It was Beryl Godfrey asking how many ends in the final.
Oh,
Great to have Beryl joining us. Legend of WA bowls that she is. Great shot here.
All of it. I just got half of it, so
Big difference between grabbing all of that jack and sitting right on the front of it and just scraping off it.
just got away at the end.
I think Jamie Lee, as she just crept past us there, said she's nice and warm.
Yeah, I think that was the words.
Another 2 on the board to New South Wales in the men's fours final. And that will give them an 8 shots to 5 advantage after 9.
Just going to run through, so couldn't quite get the happy medium. So still a bit of room here for Ellen to get a second shot. Karen's happy. Number 1.
And once again, Victoria find themselves having to find a little conversion here in order to try and get that score still ticking over. Blake Butler asking for a score update for the 2020 match on Rink 3, please. It is 17-12 at the moment to WA over Queensland in the women's bronze medal match. It has toned down a little.
It has.
29 shots after 12 ends total there, so we're back down to around 2.5. And still that 8-5 lead to New South Wales over Queensland in the men's fours final. Closes it up just a little, but still an inviting target there.
Yeah, this may change Kylie's thinking. Changing hand through that Gap at the front.
Need to sit at least one of those bowls or get that jack moving. It's on its way from Ant. And he's wide of the target. Now, that will stay on at the back of the rink. No chance of that making the ditch. So, and Karen already preparing for that, yes.
Couldn't get the words out quick enough.
She was already calling for that before that bowler van had stopped. Well, Kylie's going to have to come up with something special again here. 2 to New South Wales at the moment. And that would be enough to make it very, very difficult for Victoria to run them down. Well, this is a tighter line. It's going to catch a bad edge, I think. What it does do is open up the trail now.
Yeah, she can.
Whereas it really wasn't a small trail of the jack available. It needed more weight than that. So
whatever weight she likes now.
Karen just piles on the pressure here with another one. Rolls far enough that it doesn't build the target, Pat.
Yes.
Not entirely sold on that being a counter. It's certainly in the area.
Don't think it is. Kylie's looking for this jack a metre. She's awfully close to this, isn't she?
It's just holding off. It's just held off.
It's a great effort.
Could not have played that much better. Perfect weight. But right now, Karen Murphy to try and add another and push this scoreline to a close to match winning scoreline. Played this really well.
Yes, do another one. So
well, that definitely counts. Will they have a look at the fourth?
Don't think so.
No, just the 3. So 16-8 now the scoreline with just 2 to play, and it is going to take something big from Victoria to turn this one around now. We had already talked about needing to win every end, and when you factor in a 3 down, that is going to make it tricky. 17-13 in favour of WA over Queensland, with 2 to play in the women's bronze medal match. Well, suddenly we enter a situation where if New South Wales wins this end, it will actually be the end of the match, and the title will be decided, because the 8-shot lead means clearly one more will do it. And look, you'd have to look at that and say there's a chance that happens, because Victoria are not going to be looking for 1.
No.
Victoria need at least 3 on this end, and we'll be looking for a few more if they can find them. That first bowl potentially makes the end difficult to kill right from the first bowl. So, similar correction to make, just of the opposite kind. Jamie Lee going to get all the way back now. And that's a very, very solid bowl for New South Wales when you're just making sure you're not going to drop a 3 or a 4. And there's a very handy correction made by Jamie Lee. Can Claire make a similar but opposite correction?
Yeah, she still needs to arrive, doesn't she? She can't dead draw necessarily. It's in the area. It's the times where you need to stack bowls together.
You need to find a group,
wherever
yes.
that happens to be. Close to the jack is always the best option, but if not, you need to stack them somewhere. You can't have them all over the place.
This is a great shot from Lorraine.
She can get some of this jack moving.
That's brilliantly played.
Very good.
Essentially, you'll find Ellen playing almost the same shot there. She's just going to be playing up to this, trying to land that bowl or a little nudge of the jack. She gets the jack moving while it takes Victorian bowls essentially out of the game.
She's played this really well.
Just on the outside of the jack, but a perfect
spot.
Yeah,
perfect spot.
You can see the benefit that New South Wales has had out of the game that Ellen has played, Ellen Faulkner, haven't you? Because she's just been so solid in that 2 spot, and that's taking nothing away from the job Lorraine's done as she gets right in here again. But Ellen has just had that perfect weight the whole match.
Yeah, balls in the head though, constantly. When she hasn't, generally they've been useful. What they are now. Giving Ellen and Karen something to play to.
Ellen Ryan is all over this. Jack movement straight back to Ellen Faulkner's bowl. We talked about how perfectly placed that was, and look at that. Ben Twist buries the jack in the ditch and sits almost right alongside it, next door.
Bit of a high line there. The weight's okay. Just hidden away so well at the moment.
Well, this is 2 great shots from Ellen Ryan. She's going to slide around. And that'll do. And gets them another one in the area. Difficult one for the Victorians now. Difficult to get at in terms of using any weight to the jack. Maybe
it's a tough shot under there.
Onto one of the blues.
Onto one of the blues, or
try and get blue up onto jack. Push it back a little bit so that it gets into the realm of the 2 blues at the back of the rink.
Yes, playing to get the white. Claire's first one there. White blue off that line.
Well, knowing that if you get that, there's actually a chance. I mean, if you get it nice and solid, could even come up and get shot. Play it with enough weight.
Backhand under the front. Halve Ellen's last bowl. That's a tough shot.
Whoa. Yeah, that would be a tough one to get to.
It is off the line, so it's not
work. But
well,
we'll see what they've decided.
We'll see.
Very
They're on the same right hand. I reckon that's what they're playing. Underneath the front. Or get it off the line, or that now opens it right up to be able to play
that. That does open up that shot, yep.
So underneath the blues we're looking. Underneath the dark blues.
I suppose that assumes that the front dark blue beats the back bowls, which from our angle looks close at the least.
Not certain.
I mean, there may have been a feeling of get under there and even get an edge of the blue, and at least it exposes the jack for a potential kill of the end as well. But right now, the title is in New South Wales' hands. It's up to Victoria to take it back out of their hands, at least for one more end.
Ellen got him again.
Well, I think now Kylie has to go for that blue bowl that's on the line.
Yep.
And if she gets it up onto jack, it may kill anyway because it could bounce off the back bowls. I think this needs to be solid. I don't think there's any other chances left. You know, 1 or 2's not enough. I'll clip that out the way and get down to, well, the jack's moved. It's still 1 to New South Wales. I don't really see...
Don't see a pile of blue stickered bowls anywhere.
There's 3 at the back. There's the 3 at the back there, but I don't know that the jack can get to a spot where they can get through. They might be able to get 3.
Okay, it's going back, so that'll limit the weight you can use.
But there is a clear look at the jack now, so there is the option to say, well, let's try and kill it and have another go.
It's basically sitting the green ball for 2, from what I see, is the plan here.
Going to get to the jack. Now, is this going to get to the spot where... Oh, no, it's bounced. That is going to be game over. That is 1 to New South Wales, and the players will shake hands, and our champions are the New South Wales team of Karen Murphy, Ellen Ryan, Ellen Faulkner, and Jamie Lee Worsnop. Our Australian fours champions. Silver medal goes to Victoria, Claire Sanders, Loreen Smith, Anne Miles, and Kylie Whitehead. In a tough fought-out match, but... 4 of the last 5 ends went the way of New South Wales, Pete, after a 9-7 lead turned into a 17-8 victory.
Very good. They played really well. Each position complemented the others, and the Victorian teams certainly weren't disgraced, but probably didn't quite have that complementary factor that this New South Wales team had.
All right, the women's bronze medal match is currently 18-13 with 1 end to play to WA over Queensland. Still significant time to go in the other 2 matches. We are not going to be able to get across there. Unfortunately, with so many on the rink, we we can't get cameras across onto that rink. It's just not going to be possible to get views of those heads. So it is a 12-6 lead to Victoria over WA. Pete, can you get a gold medal match update? 12-6 lead to Victoria over WA in the bronze medal match, and the
Queensland
score
5. New South Wales 9 after 10 ends.
After 10 ends,
so they've still got 5 ends to go. So
yeah.
It's a fair way.
So that will conclude our coverage for today. A big thank you to Mitch for looking after all of our pictures again. He's done a magnificent job. And 1 day to go. Pete, thank you for your company once more.
Thank you very much. We will see you again tomorrow.
We certainly will. Singles play to come up tomorrow. Of course, a big thank you to our partners, Tourism WA, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, and the City of Joondalup. Experience more in Joondalup Town, and more will be tomorrow from midday Western Standard Time, where we will cover all of your singles action and take you through to one last set of gold medal matches. For now, it is New South Wales, our women's fours gold medalists, as we say a good night and catch you tomorrow.